This is the Hip Hop Hercules, and we got DJ Fresh, the world's freshest, one of the greatest producers in the world on the line. DJ Fresh, how you doing, sir?
What's up, world?
We're going to start off with a little segment before we get into interview questions. This segment is called Choose One. This gives the fans a little more casual look and feel for this genius producer. I'm going to give you two options, and you choose one. How's that sound?
Let's go.
Gangster or conscious?
Oh, God. That's a hard one, man. That's a real hard one.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go with, I really want to say gangster, but the time of music right now, how crazy the world is, I'm going to say conscious.
All right. Rap or hip-hop?
Rap.
Champagne or liquor?
Champagne.
MP3 or vinyl?
Vinyl.
Word. Clippers or Lakers?
Man, Golden State Warriors. I don't like neither one of them.
No answer. No answer. Fitteds or snapbacks?
Fitted.
Chains or watches?
Watches.
Watches. Streetwear or designer clothes?
Designer clothes.
Yeah. World Star or media takeout?
Oh, God. They're both horrible, but I guess World Star.
They're both debauchery, right?
Yeah, they're both horrible.
Double XL or the Source?
The Source.
Yeah. Reeboks or Adidas?
Adidas.
Hell yeah. The Gap Band or Sly and the Family Stone?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with, oh man, that's a hard one. So I'm gonna go with Gap Band because of my generation, but I know Sly and Family Stone, they both milestones.
Word. Anita Baker or Whitney Houston?
Anita Baker.
Gucci Mane or Young Thug?
Gucci Mane.
Freddie Gibbs or Young Jeezy?
Freddie G.
Of course. All right, now I got a few questions for you. Off the top, what does a day of work? What does a day of work look like for DJ Fresh?
Well, shit, I get up at about, good 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I get my workout in, you feel me? Get my workout in.
Yep.
And then, I consist of after that. Because when I get up, before I get on the internet, any of that type of social media shit, I don't really start my day with that. I gotta start my day with just like regular shit, you know what I mean? Before I get on to social media crazy world. So I get up, workout, then I, turn on the computer after that. I try to make at least 2 beats a day. You feel me? And then, I check all my, my social media stuff and, network and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
My day is pretty easy going, but I'm just grinding pretty much all day, just trying to make something happen out there and, see, being in the right place, right time, and just, you know what I mean, just being in that network kind of frame of mind and just trying to just brainstorm on, what I can make happen, what I can do, what I can connect from dots, dot my I's, cross my T's.
I feel you. All right, next question. You got 2 brothers that DJ, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. From there, how did you get the gig to DJ for Nas's tour when you were first coming up, and what was that experience like?
Well, how I got that gig was we had a DJ crew called the 12 Inch Assassin, and it consisted of the core DJs was 4 of us. It was myself, DJ Donnie, my brother, DJ LS1, and DJ Ruckus. Actually, it was 5, and then it was DJ Chaps. And DJ Ruckus used to DJ for Freddie Fox. And Freddie Fox and Nas had a relationship.
Bumpy
I was
Knuckles.
happened to be in LA. The rest of the DJ crew was in New York. I was the only one on the West Coast. And so Ruckus and Freddie Fox, they had put my name in Nas's ear about me. And that's how it happened, man. And then Nas called me up. Nas had called me. And probably like a week later, whatever, he called me, and we spoke on the phone. At the time, I was in the Bay Area. I was in San Jose, and then he flew me to Los Angeles, and then yeah, that's how we hooked up, man. But it was through my DJ crew, the DJ circuit.
Word. Alright.
And that experience for me, that experience for me was like, it was, it was like some real rap shit. You know what I mean? It was Nas, you know what I'm saying, versus Jay-Z era. So hip hop was crazy. You feel me? It was before this internet. You know what I mean? So like the shows and that kind of thing, like to the fans and to the people, it just meant more. You know what I'm saying? Like it was great, man. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was exposed to a lot as far as, like I could really make a living off of this, you know what I mean? And just like, stay in my business. Because I was young when I did that. I was like
18, 19, right?
19. Yeah, I was like 19 years old.
And you were you were in the golden era. You got to experience the golden era first front.
Yeah, I experienced a little bit of the golden era, you know what I mean? So it was great, man. It was great.
All right. What made you just decide after that to begin on the production side of things?
Because, at the time, I was like, when I was on tour, I was making good money, but then it was like, after I come back off tour, it's like I would have money, but then, you spend money, you know what I'm saying? I didn't spend it on, like, crazy lavish and everything, but this day-to-day living, like, I was running out of bread, you know what I mean? So then it was like, I had to go back to my regular job. And I was DJ. I had a regular job, like, DJ, like, at a skateboard shop, so I still was in my field, but, it wasn't, like, tour money. So then I was like, I started making beats or whatever because I was like, hearing people come out with mixtapes, and the mixtape thing was cool, but the life of a mixtape was very short. Even back then, I mean, now it's even way shorter, but back then it still was short. And I always wanted something that people would, even 10 years from now or whatever, 10 years from then, they go back and listen to music. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of dope mixtapes that came out from a lot of those old school DJs, but you probably don't, you know what I'm saying? You're not checking for as much as you maybe checking for like an old DJ Premier or Jay Dilla album from back then. You know what I mean? The life of a mixtape is just not that long. So I was like, I want to invest my energy into these beats, and that was like the initial reason why I, wanted to veer off into production and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that was the initial start of why I started doing production.
Gotcha. All right, coming up from the Bay Area. Now, being from there, what influence does that have on your music and your production style?
It has a huge influence, man. I mean, like, as far as the Bay Area, when I was in the Bay Area as a kid, I used to like a lot of East Coast stuff because I'm originally from the East Coast. I'm originally from Baltimore.
Yep.
I was into like the native tongue and all that kind of stuff. The East Coast stuff that was going, but as I got older, I started listening to like some of the more local stuff from the Bay Area Giants. You know what I mean? Like the E40s and the bigger figures, and it wasn't so much the lyrics that I really like. I mean, I always listen for beats first anyway, but as far as the beats, like the synthesizers that they was using, the heavy bass lines, the Bay Area flavors, like I was like a sponge. I took it all in. And being a DJ, you want to rock the party. You know what I mean? So I learned those records, I learned those songs from the Bay Area bumpers, you know what I'm saying, of the 90s, the Bay Area golden age, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely has influence on my production, because I'll take, samples like, East Coast, so to say, jazz sample, but my drums and my melodies will be very Bay Area, West Coast influence, you know what I mean? So I kind of just like mesh everything together, the gumbo pot, you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Coming from there, how did you get started with the Tonite Show series?
Well, the Tonite Show was kind of like how I was saying earlier with mixtapes. So when people started, the original mixtape was you record the dopest songs on a cassette tape, on real tape. You know what I'm saying? But then, fast forward some years, when the internet started really, really popping or whatever, people was taking like the hottest songs, instrumentals, and getting the hottest rapper to rap to those songs as a promotional tool for mixtapes. I didn't want to do that neither because I was like, I'd rather just use my own beats and get some of these dope rappers. That way I'm pushing my beats and I'm breaking artists, pushing artists, and it's all original and we could sell this thing. And again, 10 years from now, we fuck around and have some classic on our hands rather than just the life of a mixtape. I always just been on like trying to work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? And not shortchanging myself. So I hooked up with the homie Mr. FAD at the time. He was working on a DVD. He wanted to work on a DVD. He had a whole bunch of footage, and I was really into doing video editing and shit. That was my thing, video editing. And I edited his Freestyle King DVD that came out. It sold a lot of copies of that shit too. And so we kind of scratched each other's back. We did a trade-off. So I did that for him, and then he recorded over my beats, which became to be the Tonite Show. I didn't even know it was gonna be the Tonite Show when I was doing it. I just knew that I wanted to get my beats out there. You know what I'm saying? And so he came through to the studio and we knocked it out like in a few days, and that was the birth of the Tonite Show.
Got you. Now, when it comes to the Tonite Show series, you got, dozens of Tonite shows, but then you also got albums with Mitchie Slick, Young Gully, and those albums are separate from Tonite Show. They're titled differently. What else is different between the Tonite Show and those albums that you collaborate with other artists?
So the Tonite Show, that's my thing. That's a DJ Fresh production or whatever. It's like my gangsta grill, like how John has that. You know what I mean? Or it's my like how Madlib does his project. And so the other project that I do, like me and Gully's David or me and Mitchie Slick's Feet Master Day, it's their album. It's my album too, but I'm more so just taking on the production role. You know what I mean? Like I'm producing that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like me more so being, I guess, like more in the background a little bit more, even though I'm on some of those covers, but like just taking the background role and just producing, an exclusive album for some of these great artists. You know what I mean? So, David and Mitchie Slick is one of them. Also, a series with Jay Stalin called The Real World.
Yeah.
And that's like a 3-part series.
That started when I was young.
What's that?
I said that started when I was real young, 2006, I think, 2007, The Real World.
Yeah, The Real, like, that's like our thing that we started out the same way. It was like, I'm gonna produce you a project, and then it wasn't gonna be a Tonite Show. He was like, no, I want to do my own thing. I want to call it The Real World. But people really, 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 really liked it, and our chemistry, me and his chemistry was like, it was real natural. You know what I mean? It was real easy for us to knock out songs. So, we did like 2 more vinyls. We're actually working on a new one right now. It's going to be a double album, but we work so quick. Like we do like 6 or 7 songs in a day, but it's not that we're rushing. It's just like the chemistry just flows so easy. It just flows so easy. You know what I mean? Like the water in Niagara Falls, man. It's just coming down easy. You feel me? So, but yeah, man. I'm just prolific, if you will. Like, I work a lot. From a lot of people will be like, "Well, them mixtapes or them albums?" I'm like, "Nah, man. These are all projects." You know what I mean? Like, these are all beats produced by myself, and I put on my production team as well. And I like, when they shoot me beats and shit, but I just work a lot. You know what I mean? I just naturally work a lot. You feel me? So.
Gotcha. All right, pick 1 or 2. This might be a difficult question. What specific Tonite Show albums, if any, do you believe were overlooked and didn't get the attention that they deserved?
I think the Raekwon one definitely nigga was overlooked. I mean, that's Raekwon. Okay, so that one was overlooked, and I feel like the Trade of Truth one that I released earlier this year was overlooked. I mean, it was it's a fairly short project, but I feel like people didn't gravitate to it the way I was expecting them to gravitate towards that project. You know what I mean? But it's all good. I mean, I learn something new every project. You know what I mean? I learn something new business wise. But yeah, those two, like, I feel like those are overlooked. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Those are two huge artists, and both those, I think Raekwon's with you came out in 2013, and then you just did the Trade of Truth before Gibbs, and yeah, I hear you. Those are huge artists, so you would expect a massive reaction to that.
Yeah.
All right. How do you prefer to produce your collaboration albums? Are you usually on site with the artist, or is a lot of it done through email?
The last question you had asked me, I think that's one of the reasons why it didn't gravitate as well as I wanted it to. Because now what I do, if I'm working with you and I'm investing, time and money and stuff, I'm fine. I don't care where you're at in the world. If it's gonna make sense and we're really gonna do this, we're really gonna do this. And I'm gonna fly to wherever you're at, or I'm gonna fly you out to me, and we're gonna get in the lab, and we're gonna spend time and like really cultivate a great sounding record. But more importantly, it becomes more than just it's just genuine. It makes the record be genuine and appreciated for when it comes out. Like I don't like emailing beats. I hate emailing beats. I hate that. Like, it takes the soul out of doing music. And in I'm gonna just say 2015, because this year is damn near over. But in 2015 and beyond, it's like the music, the appreciation for music has just gone down to its lowest amongst everybody, the music community, the artists, of course, the business. So I feel like we can't cheat anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we can't. It has to be full effort into these projects. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work. But at least for me, myself, Worlds Freshest, DJ Fresh, I'm putting 120% into my project. So when they come out, you know what I mean? It's like, it's the real shit. It's like the real deal. It's like the project with me and Freddie, like, we really did all that shit together. You know what I mean? It's a while, but we really did it together. You know what I mean? And the sound that it has it's my authentic sound. It's not like, like a lot of times when artists do, projects with producers or DJs or whatever, it's just a bunch of songs that the artist had laying around with maybe a few exclusive or some of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that type of shit no more. You know what I mean? Like, the fans know. They know the difference between something that's authentic or something that's just like swapped and thrown together. And I'm not doing shit like that, ever. So that's just my thing, you know what I mean?
All right, well, I know you've worked with Jay Stalin more than any other artist on projects, correct?
That's right.
Besides him, then, pick one artist that you think is best fit and complementing to your style production that you've worked with. Pick one.
Besides Jay Stalin, I would say Young Gully, man.
Really?
Young Gully is a very talented lyricist, like and the sound that I have with him is a totally different sound that I have with, Jay Stalin.
Yeah, that David thing.
I would say Shady Nate too, also from Livewire. But the sound that I have with Shady Nate is a similar sound that I have with Jay Stalin as far as the production. You know what I'm saying? But the production that Gully brings on me is, I would say, I don't want to put him in any type of category, but I'm saying like he's just such a lyricist, but at the same time, I think he has a appeal to be in the forefront with the rest of these dudes, with the J. Cole's and all these dudes. You know what I mean? It just takes the right business and backing to propel that. But as far as talent wise and lyrical ability, he definitely has that. You know what I'm saying?
Yup. Shout out Young Gully, David. Get David. Amazing tape, yo. Yup.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. If you could produce an album, let's call it a Tonite Show album, for any artist, dead or alive, doesn't just have to be hip hop, who would that artist be?
Dead or alive. Okay. Well, shit. By now, I feel like I definitely would have had. By now, my career, I definitely would have had one. I've been working one with Max Ray. You know what I mean?
Yup.
I still would like to do one with E40.
Keep that Bay Area close to heart, boy.
Oh yeah, you got to, man. You know what I mean? You can't you can leave the soil, like I live in Los Angeles now, you can leave the soil, but you can't get about the soil.
Absolutely.
You gotta keep watering. You gotta keep watering them seeds. You gotta keep watering them seeds that propel you to where you're at. You know what I mean? As you go on. But outside today, like he said, man, I'm going on to a whole bunch of them, but pop, man, and man, it's a bunch of them, man. It's a bunch of them.
Got you.
Outside today, I would say I'm gonna go with Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jay.
All right, that would be a dope sound. Speaking about that overlooked album before, can you tell us a story about Raekwon, and how it was working with the chef, a veteran of sorts? Tell us a story about that.
Well, the one with Raekwon was that had actually been. I did a few shows with him back in the day. I did a couple shows with him. My homie was working at Aftermath. His name was Villanova. He had hooked me up with that situation. At the time, Raekwon was working with an artist named Nino Green from Sacramento, and what we were gonna do was gonna be like a Raekwon and a Nino Green, and we were just kind of bridge all the worlds kind of together. You know what I mean? So those songs were done for years. Like that project is almost like, I don't know, it's like probably 4 years old or something like that. So I had it done, but I didn't have the finances to get the release to put it out. So it sat for a long time. You know what I mean? And then finally, as I built my brand or whatever, down, investors or whatever, I was able to connect the dots and put it out. But we didn't do it in the lab together. We didn't do it in the studio together. And actually, I didn't actually get to engineer him. It was a situation where it was like we had it done, and now I'll be able to get the clearance, and it came out. And it came out how it came out. You know what I mean? If this was 10 years ago, it would have really, really won. But again, in 2013, 14, the fans, they know. As a whole, they know. This is the one of the ones. So is it the cover of the Facebook? Is it the cover of his Twitter? Is there a video? You know what I mean? All those things really count to propel a record in this day and age. You know what I mean? Because there's so much BS out there that the fans have been tricked too many times. And not that my project was a trick, to understand. It was all those things. They count. It matters that those things have to be in order for a project to be fully successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How about Tonite Show with a female MC? Is there any female MCs out there that you would have the pleasure of working with?
You know what? I actually, I do have one Tonite Show with, and this is one I wanted to overlook too, but she's an R&B singer. She's a great R&B singer. Her name is Del Treese. And it was the first R&B Tonite Show project that I ever could do. She actually did some work with Missy Elliott back in the day. She's very talented. She's from San Francisco. But as far as MCs, I I've been working with a female MC out of Santa Cruz. Her name is Lady ILE. She's really dope. You know what I'm saying? She's done a few features for me. I did like a small little single thing with her last year, and we've been working on a full list EP that'll probably be out like, I don't know, maybe towards the end of this year or beginning of next year. But she's really dope. You know what I mean? Like, I would describe her as a slight, not like turfed out, but like a little bit more turf than Bahamadia, but not turf like Remy Ma. You know what I mean? Like, she's like right, like she could play like both sides. She could do like club music, but she can also do, you know, she can tell you some old school big girl tales too. You know what I mean? That's really authentic. You know what I mean? Like not no fake BS or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So she's really fresh.
She's dynamic. Everybody check her out, Lady. All right. Who are the hottest artists and MCs doing it right now? Throw me a couple.
Hottest MCs doing right now?
2014.
Okay, 2014. I'll definitely put Freddie in there, man. Freddie's a real, he's a problem, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Born for born. He's got it. He's got it. I'll put him up there. He was like really like, I got to put Jay Stalin in there just because his hustle, he's independent. You know what I mean? He hit billboards, all that's all independent, you know what I mean? So I got to put the home from him there, Jay Stalin. Danny Brown, man, I really like Danny Brown. I hope to work with that guy one day.
For real.
Danny Brown.
You like Danny Brown?
I like Danny Brown. He's dope. I like Chance the Rapper. I think he's very creative.
Dope, different Chicago type of style. I love his joints. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope. And I know there's a lot of other rappers. I think Kendrick Lamar. I gotta say Kendrick.
TDE? You like TDE? You with the movement?
I like all of it. I mean, I respect all of them, but I mean, by far, like, you know, Kendrick is the one. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Kendrick is he's like a new age pop. And when I say pop, I mean pop's movement was definitely more hardcore and all that kind of stuff. But I'm saying, like, I feel like Kendrick's impact on especially West Coast rap, rap and alone is very unique and it's powerful. You know what I mean? Because he's saying things and he's doing things. His ideas are just like, you know, not that you never heard those ideas before, but for him to be so young and where he's at, I just think that he's very empowering.
Gotcha.
I think you know, his future is, we've yet to see this guy what he'll bring to the table. You know what I mean?
That's you picking Conscious over Gangster. You said because of Right Now's movement, that's why you picked it. There you go.
Exactly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm born in Baltimore, Maryland. You know what I mean? So I know the streets all day. You feel me? The area. I know the streets. The streets are in me. You know what I mean? But you know, the streets are not all negative neither. You know what I mean? Like that's what's wrong. That's why I say that. Like we need more conscious right now than I would say gangster, because the gangster shit right now is just fabricated. There's no more rules. Nobody follows no guidelines. Anything goes. You know what I mean? Like it needs some of this consciousness, so somebody can like speak up and like let people know how it should be. You know what I mean? Like it ain't gonna be about negativity. Like the streets ain't gonna be like conscious at the street too. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just saying that like it's just having sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just having some damn sense.
I think Pac was that perfect middle that I don't know if we'll ever see again, the middle of Conscious and Gangster, where he told his story, but also relied it back to this is what should be the truth and this is our issues. Yeah. I don't know when we'll see that again.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see it. Everything is a cycle, man. Everything is a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a cycle. And if you're lucky enough, you'll get to live to see those cycles happen a couple times in your lifetime. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, those artists I feel, and I like Joey Badass a lot too. I don't listen to a lot of his stuff, but I like his stuff though. I like what he does. I think he's pretty fresh too.
I think y'all would vibe out ridiculous on an album because you can make that crazy synth music, but you also put that boom bap drum lines, and that's how he rocks. You guys would be ridiculous in the studio together.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We'll work with that dude, man.
Shout out Pro Air, Brooklyn.
Yeah. I haven't really done anything with a lot of New York other than the way Cornwall, but I would like to do some more stuff. My thing is I like to just work with a lot of artists, man. Like, I like that. I like doing, projects with artists and what they bring out of me, you know what I'm saying? See if our chemistry, mix, you know what I mean? So.
To me, when being a fan of you for years now, to me, it seems like a lot of people just want to put you in the strict Bay Area box. Obviously, you've taken influences from growing up and being in the Bay Area and rocking with a lot of MCs from there. But when I look at your music and also the music you've done with MCs outside the Bay Area, I think you could rock with the whole countrywide, Southern rappers, New York cats. To me, although the Bay Area influences you, I think that you have the ability to be dynamic with everybody, every type of music. And I want to see people understand that the World's Freshest is not just a Bay Area producer, but is a dope producer that makes real hip-hop, period.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm going to push it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's one of the reasons why I started kind of branching out as far as the Tonite Show, take some time, but that's why I wanted to do a New York one with Raekwon and do one with Trey, Texas, and Freddie Gibbs, Midwest, Indiana, you know what I mean? So I just kind of want to start branching out so people, could see that, you know what I mean? So I don't get put in that box. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yo, fans of the World's Freshest, fans of Hip Hop Hercules, do not put him in that motherfucking box. All right, he is open. He's open. All right, a couple more questions. Now we did the artists, producers beyond swimming, not just the top cats. What producers do you would actually admire that's rocking right now, 2014? Who you got in the whip? Who do you got in the whip?
Who I got in the whip?
Yeah.
Producer-wise, Flying Lotus, he's up there though, but Flying Lotus and Dane Funk. I really like those two producers. Dane Funk is from, like a funk thing.
I've definitely heard you. I've heard you mention Mustard before, I think, but. That might.
DJ Mustard?
Yeah, I've definitely heard you mention him before.
You can't get away from DJ Mustard, you know what I mean? So, I gotta tilt my hat to DJ Mustard, you know what I mean? I gotta tilt my hat to him, he's from the West Coast, and he's got the torch, so I can't have nothing but love for DJ Mustard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know, I don't know, I can't really think of a lot of produce. There's a lot of beats that I like. I don't even know who they are though, but yeah.
Only fuck with yourself. Only fuck with yourself.
You said what?
I said only fuck with yourself. It's 2014. You had the J Dillas to influence you. All you need now is your old shit to influence yourself. Keep moving forward.
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy, but as a DJ, I really don't listen to a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like there's so much out there. There's so much music out there. It's crazy, man. It's got to be a mix. I wouldn't be surprised if 100,000 albums come out. Or maybe not 100,000, but at least 25,000 new mixtapes and albums come out every goddamn Tuesday of the year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy.
And half of them got mustard on the beat. Mustard on the beat, ho. Yeah.
Yeah, or sound like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I I mean, the thing with Mustard, of course, the thing with Mustard, I'm from the Bay, so I'm gonna speak on it. How he was saying like he was taking the Bay Area sound and all that, and I actually did an interview about that. With Hip Hop DX, and we were talking about that, but I'm from the Bay Area, and like I said, I don't think that he woke up one day and was like, I'm gonna steal the Bay Area sound. I just think that we're all on the West Coast, and we all, gravitate towards what we gravitate towards, and we gravitate towards that. You know what I'm saying? But that sound was popping in the Bay. It was popping in the Bay, like the bass lines and the heavy bass lines, the 808s and all that stuff. That sound was in the Bay for a minute. So, but like I said, I'm not saying that he copied the sound. But real quick, what I was saying about Mercer was, we just all gravitate towards with the same sound being on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, like at one point in time, New York sounded like LA for a minute. Like when Eric Sermon was taking all the funk samples, all the Ohio players and the George Clinton funkadelic. You know what I mean? When he's making them Dots Effects albums, Death Squad. You know what I'm saying? So we all borrow from each other. You know what I mean? So
gotcha.
That's what I was saying.
All right, so you recently dropped the Best of the Tonite Show, Volume 1. Now, is there an upcoming project we should know about? How about Volume 2? What's good with Volume 2?
Volume 2, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I mean, I'll tell you what I do have. I'm working on a project with Eli from the Living Legends. That's gonna be huge. I got a bunch of I got a project done with Planet Asia. But it's for like big project wise. I'm trying to work on the Tonite Show, the album part 2. The first one I did was years ago. I did it with SMC Fontana. That was a big project for me. I had a lot of cats on there, and so now I'm just trying to work on. I feel like I let my listeners and my fans and my people prove it wrong. But I should have came out with that, but I just didn't want to come out with it, and it didn't like amount up to like as big as the first one. You know what I mean? So, but now I'm really putting my head together. I'm living in LA, so I'll be able to bridge the gap between the LA artists and the Bay artists, as well as get people from the Midwest, and I just want to get some bigger features, and also features that's gonna count as far as chemistry and all that. I'm all about chemistry. I don't want to force anything. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? I want to make good, genuine music that my fans will still know that, like, even though he went and got such and such, he didn't change his sound or whatever. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. You feel me?
Gotcha. It's all about the chemistry and don't force nothing.
Yeah. But I was listening to everything you said in the interview. Like I really took it in, and like I felt you were right on a lot of what you're saying. I was like, he's right. You know what I'm saying? So I really listen. Like I go searching for what people say about me all the time. You know what I mean? Because I'm that's how you get better. You know what I mean? You got to be able to take constructive criticism. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate it. That's why I reached out to you. I was like, you know what? I reached out to there was somebody else that did the same thing. Like I reached out to them, whatever, and they was like funny and shit. Like, nah, this ain't no fresh. This ain't fresh. Whoa. I'm like, nah, it's me, bro. You feel me? So I like that though, and being that you're over on the East Coast, you have a whole nother perspective. You have a whole nother perspective of music, because it's different over there. It's live, everything is different over there. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
I try and absorb everything, and I've been a fan of you for a long time. That's why I didn't believe that you were actually hitting me up too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How could I go from listening to Miracle on Nightmare on 10th Street to actually thinking this homie's hitting me up on Facebook? It sounds like a joke.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, man. Back in the day, I say this all the time. You know, back in the day, man, it used to be the same was, you know, we only 6 degrees of separation, but nowadays it's like 2 or 3 at the most.
Yep. Yo, I gotta thank you for tuning in and for rocking out, and I hope your fans really enjoyed this one. It was a dope interview.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let me get a little wrap up. Let's tell you anything you want to tell people.
Yeah, man. You know, just fuck with the real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that like bitter or none of that kind of shit. Where you know what I'm saying? You know, there's a time and place for everything, man. There's a time and place to there's a time and place for just do the shit that you hear on the radio, which is the watered down shit. There's also a time and place for you gotta put that thinking cap on, man. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like putting that thinking cap on, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tune into the World's Freshest. And when you feel like partying, you tune into the World's Freshest too. But I'm saying though, just fuck with the real. You know what I'm saying? Because all that fake shit, that shit is fabricated. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fabricated, and it ain't gonna be around that long. But the real shit is here to stay. And for all you artists out there, man, you know what I'm saying? Just keep doing you. Don't forgive up. Don't give up before your time comes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people give up before their time comes. So we just keep pushing. You feel me? Work smarter, not harder. And you feel me? We'll see each other at the top, straight like that.
I hope y'all heard that. Those are words of wisdom for a man that's been in this game for almost a decade. Take it and listen to it. Word up.